Good morning to all of you. I am Neetu Galor from St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today, I am taking my 10th lecture of Biology, Unit 2, and the topics which are covered in this lecture are the RNA and lipids. So now come to the topic, that is RNA, and as we know that the RNA stands for the ribonucleic acid. Here, uh, we know that the RNA is a part of the nucleic acid. Or in our previous lecture, we have discussed the nucleic acid or the DNA and the RNA, some small information of the RNA also, and the DNA. We know that the DNA stands the deoxyribonucleic acid, and the RNA is a ribonucleic acid. And some other terms like the nucleotide, nucleoside, and the composition of the nucleic acid. These are we already discussed. But now today I take a small topic, a small relation, that is the in our previous lecture with the previous lecture. So here uh, we are talking about just like the nucleotide or the nucleoside. As we know that the the, the nucleic acid are the polymer. We know that the nucleic acid are a polymer, or we are called the biopolymer also. So as we know that the polymer is the repeating unit of the monomers, and we have already discussed the DNA, and we know that the what are the nucleotide and the nucleoside. And in the nucleotide and the nucleoside, we discussed that the when here is the is one pentose sugar. It contains by the pentose sugar and the base and the phosphoric acid. So these three are the components by which we form the nucleic acid. So if the base and the sugar are present, so there's the formation of the nucleoside, and in the nucleotide there are the base, sugar, and the phosphoric acid here. Now, now come to the RNA. So here the RNA, we know that the RNA exists as a single strand molecule, and we know that the DNA is strand has a double stranded molecule. So in RNA exists a single stranded molecule in all living cells. In it differ from the DNA. So what is the difference between the DNA and the RNA? We will discussing after some time. So it differs from the DNA is the main difference is the possessing the pentose sugar. There is the ribose in the RNA instead of the deoxyribose, and the pyrimidine base. Then the base, which are divided into two parts, these are the purines and the pyrimidine. So in the pyrimidine base, there are the uracil instead of the thymine. So this is the major difference between the DNA and the RNA. Here, sugar is ribose sugar, and the uracil is instead of the thymine. So now come to the types of RNA. We know that three types of the RNA are found in cell, which are all involved in the synthesis of the protein molecule. As we know, the main function of RNA is there is the synthesis of the protein molecule. So, according to their function, they are the three types of the RNA. First is the messenger RNA. It is represented by the small mRNA, and the second is the ribosomal RNA, which is represented by the small r RNA, and the transfer RNA is the small t RNA. Now come to the first topic, that is the messenger RNA. The messenger RNA, it is the base sequence of messenger RNA is a complementary copy of the DNA strand. As we know, the formation of the messenger RNA, it is formed by the replication process of the DNA. So as we know that the DNA has a double helix structure, and and the RNA has a single helix structure. So the messenger RNA is a complementary copy of DNA strand being copied and varying in the length according to the length of the polypeptide chain. We know that the amino acids are joined together with the help of the polypeptide chain, and they are the formation of protein. So for which it codes, it forms only 5 to 10% of the total RNA in the cell. So this is the messenger RNA. There are some other points here. The nitrogen, it is heterogeneous in size and stability, and it carries the codons specifying amino acid sequence in protein. We have already discussed what are the codons in topics genetic code, and the amino acid is also here, and it acts as a template of template for the protein synthesis. So this is the messenger RNA. Now come to the another type of the RNA, that is called the transfer RNA. As the name suggested, that it transfer the information. So here they are the smallest RNA. You know, transfer RNA is very small RNA, and the 15% of the total RNA. It is the 50% of total RNA, or it is a very small RNA. RNA transfer the amino acid into the ribose. A ribose which is found in the cell, and it helps with the protein synthesis. So ribosomes, RNA transfer the amino acid into the ribosomes. They fold into tertiary structure by formation of intramolecular base pair. They have clove leaf shape, that is hairpin. They act as the adapter molecule. Here, the five prime ends of the transfer RNA always end in the base, that is guanine, whilst the third prime end always ends the base sequence of the CAA. Here is the structure of the transfer RNA, and represented here the amino acid binding site is here, ACC, and next there is the hydrogen bonding between the complementary bases. As we know, the complementary bases is like the GCTA. These are the complementary bases. So they are easily soluble. Hence, so this the transfer RNA is called the soluble RNA, or the sRNA is represented by the sRNA. There are at least 20 species of transfer RNA, one corresponding to each of the 20 amino acids required for protein synthesis. We have already discussed these points in the genetic code. Genetic code. Now come to the ribosomal RNA. As we know, the third type of the RNA is ribosomal. First is the messenger RNA. Second is type of the RNA is the transfer RNA, and the third type of the RNA is called the ribosomal RNA, or is represented by the RNA. So ribosomal RNA is the catalytic component of the ribosome. Ribosomal RNA makes up at the approximately 80% of the total RNA of the cell. Okay, ribosomal RNA make up the approximately 80% of the total RNA of the cell. In the cytoplasm, ribosomal RNA and the protein, where the ribosomal RNA and the protein, they combine to form a nucleoprotein, or this is called ribose. So what is ribose? It means the ribosomal RNA and the protein combined to form a nucleoprotein. This is called the ribose. So the ribose binds the messenger RNA and carry out the protein synthesis. So several ribosomes may be attached to the single messenger RNA at any time. Ribosome, actually the ribosomal RNA contains the two major nucleoprotein subunits. So for the large subunit is the 60S, and the smaller subunit is represented by the 40S. So here the two subunits are present in the ribosomal RNA, one is the 60S and the smaller is the 40S. So nearly all the RNA found in the typical eukaryotic cell in the ribosomal RNA. So now the come to the function of the different types of the RNA is for the messenger RNA. It carries the genetic information of DNA. Ribosomal RNA, sorry, messenger RNA carries the genetic information of DNA for protein synthesis, from nucleus to ribosome in the form of genetic code. And the transfer RNA, it acts as adapter molecule, carries the amino acid and the drop it to particular location by recognizing codon on the messenger RNA by virtue of having any codon, anticodon. Next is the ribosomal RNA. It makes the complex with proteins and form the ribosomal subunits which provide space for the protein synthesis. So the main function of the mm, ribonucleic acid RNA is the protein synthesis, or we can say that is the formation of protein is the main uh, work of the ribosome RNA. So here, as we discussed earlier, that the what is the major difference of the DNA and the RNA? We know that the DNA stands for the deoxyribonucleic acid and the RNA stands for the ribonucleic acid. So here are the some difference which I explained them. So the firstly, we goes with the DNA and then the RNA. So first point, it may be that the sugar present in the DNA is the deoxyribose sugar. We all know the deoxyribose sugar, and the in the RNA there is the ribose sugar. And second point may be the DNA contains the cytosine and the thymine as the pyrimidine base, and the guanine and the adenine as the purine base. And in the RNA contains the cytosine and uracil. We know that the uracil is the thymine in the pyrimidine base, and the guanine and the adenine as the purine base. Then the third point, that the DNA has a double standard alpha helix structure, and RNA has a single standard alpha helix structure. Then the DNA chiefly occur in the nucleus of the cell. The RNA mainly occur in the cytoplasm of the cell, and the DNA molecules are very large, and the RNA molecules are the very small. And the DNA has the unique property of the replication. You know, replication means there is a formation of another DNA. है ना? So this is the replication process. So DNA has the unique property of the replication, and RNA usually does not replicate. Then DNA controls the transmission of heredity effect, and the RNA controls the synthesis of proteins. So these are the main or important points by which we can difference between the DNA and the RNA. So students, you should prepare the question. What is the difference between the DNA and RNA? I repeat again. In the DNA, there is the sugar, pentose sugar, which is the deoxyribose. In the RNA, it is the ribose sugar. In DNA contains the cytosine and the thymine as the pyrimidine, and RNA is the cytosine and the uracil as the pyrimidine. DNA has a double stranded alpha helix structure. RNA has a single strand alpha helix structure. DNA chiefly occur in the nucleus of the cell. RNA mainly occur in the cytoplasm of the cell, and the DNA molecules are very large. RNA molecules are very small. DNA has the unique property of replication. RNA is usually does not replicate, and DNA control the transmission of heredity effect, and the RNA controls the synthesis of the protein. So this is the major difference or important difference between the DNA and the RNA. So you have to prepare the difference. And now I repeat the RNA. It is called the ribonucleic acid. Difference from the DNA, the sugar is ribose instead of the deoxyribose, and the pyrimidine base is the uracil instead of the thymine. Then the types of RNA is the messenger RNA, ribosomal RNA, transfer RNA, and there is a description of the messenger RNA, transfer RNA, and the ribosomal RNA, and here are the functions of the RNA. These are the for the transfer RNA, it acts as a adapter molecule and carry amino acid and drop it to particular location by the recognizing codon on messenger RNA by virtue of the having anticodon. And we know what is the codon. Do you know the what is codon? So firstly, goes to the lecture genetic code. The genetic code where you know the what is codon, and the messenger RNA carries the genetic information of DNA. for protein synthesis from nucleus to the ribosomes in the form of genetic code. And the next is the ribosomal RNA. It makes the complex with the protein and form the ribosomal subunit, which provide space for the protein synthesis. So this is the RNA. Now come to the my next topic, that is lipids. In this unit, we will discuss some other biomolecules like lipids. To lipids is today's topic, and the uh, carbohydrates, proteins, amino acids. So we explain one by one of these topics. So firstly, we take the lipids here. So lipids, lipids क्या होते हैं? As we know that the lipids are the a very lipids take a very important part in our life. Here, the lipids means they're the chemically defined as a substance that is insoluble in water. Okay, so what as we see, as we listen, the insoluble in water, it means just like the oil, just like the fat. So the lipids is chemically defined as a substance that is insoluble in water and soluble in alcohol, ether, and the chloroform, etc. And lipids are an important component of, as we know that there is a very important component of the living cells. Together with carbohydrates and the protein, lipid are the main constituent of plant and animal cell. Okay, so as we use the substance like the fat, oil, cholesterol, steroids, so these are the parts of the lipid. So now come to the topic. Lipids are generally water insoluble organic substance which are extracted from cell by the organic solvent. So the lipids are the generally, as we know that they are generally insoluble in water and the soluble in the organic solvents, which are extracted from cell by organic solvent such as ether, benzene, etc. So lipids contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, but the concentration of oxygen is very less in the lipids. So here the classification of lipid. There are the three types of the lipids. First is the simple lipids, second is the complex lipids, and third type of lipid is called dry lipids. So firstly, we goes with the simple lipids. In the simple lipids are the ester of fatty acids with the alcohol. What are simple lipids? So simple lipids are the esters of fatty acids with the alcohol, and it may be fat or the wax. So firstly, if we discuss the fat, fat means that is the ester of fatty acids with glycerol. They are solid at the room temperature, but some are liquid at the room temperature. So the fatty acids with the glycerol, ester of fatty acids with glycerol, they are solid at the room temperature, but some are the liquid at the room temperature. So these are called the oil. Fat are rich in the saturated fatty acids. Oil are rich in the unsaturated fatty acids. So here the description are also, the fat are rich in the saturated fatty acids and oil are the rich in the unsaturated fatty acids. Now the second type of the simple lipid are the waxes. So waxes are, now the waxes, वो वैक्सेस मीन्स जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं, मोम जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, तो वैक्सेस दे आर द एस्टर ऑफ द हायर फैटी acids they are ester of the higher fatty acids with the higher monohydroxyl aliphatic alcohol. This is called the acetyl alcohol. They have very long straight chain of a hydrocarbon. It may be the 60 to 100 carbon atoms. In nature, they are found on the surface of plants and the insects. So these are the wax, and fatty acids are sometimes contain one or more double bond. If the double bond, so it means the unsaturated or the as we explained above, The example of the unsaturated fatty acids is the oleic acid. So they are the simplest form of the lipids. And the fatty acids are and lipids lacking double bond. It means the lack of the double bond. So these are called the unsaturated. And the example is CnH2 and O2. This is the saturated fatty acids. The candle wax is the mixture of paraffin wax and the stearic acid. Here there's a candle wax is the mixture of paraffin and the paraffin wax and stearic acid. Now, now come to the second type of the lipid is the compound lipid. The compound lipid contain group in the addition to the fatty acids and the alcohol, also called as conjugated lipids. Example, phospholipids and glycolipids, etc. So firstly, the what is the phospholipids? The phospholipids the made up of the fatty acids, alcohol, phosphoric acid, and a nitrogenous base also. So these are the example of the phospholipids. And the function, the component of cell membrane, both structural and the regulatory function in the absorption of fat and the transport of lipids and the blood clotting also. So these are the functions of the this compound lipid. Now here some description of the glycolipids. So glycolipids are association of lipids with the carbohydrates. Here these are the examples the cerebrosides and second is the ganglio gangliosides. So the cerebrosides is the made up of the fatty acids and amino alcohol and the carbohydrate is the galactose. And the gangliosides, there are the fatty acids, syncosyne and acetyl numeric and the some the hexose here. So this is the uh, compound lipids. Now the third type of the lipids, this is called the dry lipids. So the dry lipids, these compounds uh, which obtained on hydrolysis of simple and the compound lipid. No, so by the hydrolysis of the simple and the compound lipid, there's the formation of the dry lipids. So the processing properties of the lipids, example are the fatty acids, higher alcohol, steroids, hydrocarbon, cholesterol. These are the examples. So for the cholesterol are the lipids. Lipids are the easily stored in the body. They serve as a source of fuel and are in the important constituent of the structure of cell. And for one or other important points of the cholesterol, that the cholesterol is a natural substance made up by the body. Most of the cholesterol is in our bloodstream. It is a 75% is produced by the liver, and the remaining 25% comes from the food which we eat. So this is the cholesterol. Now the come with the functions of the lipids. So these are the main important functions of the lipids are the that it stores um, that is the storage form of the energy, then the structural components of the cell membrane as we discussed above serve as the thermal insulator in the subcutaneous subcutaneous tissues and the around certain organ, and the non-polar lipids act as the electrical insulator and act as the metabolic regulator. They provide the shape and the counter to the body, and helps in the formation of bile salts and the bile acids and produce the hormones. These hormones are the reproductive hormones or the sex hormones. Example that is the estrogen. So this is the lipid. I repeat again the lipid topic. In the lipid, firstly, we know the definition of the lipid. Then, the very simple definition that we can say that the lipids are the generally water insoluble and they may be soluble in the some organic solvents like the ether, benzene, etc. Then the types of lipids, these are the simple lipids, complex lipids, and the trilipids. And again the discussion of the simple lipids, compound lipids, and the trilipids. And at the last of the lecture, we have discussed the function of the lipids. So now this is the lecture. In this lecture, we have covered the firstly the RNA and then lipids also. So any doubt, so you can contact with me. Thank you.